All right, we're back. We're going to talk about the Toronto Maple Leafs, the other terrible Canadian team, according to some. Not my words, just saying. Guys, we talked about Calgary and their struggles, and they need to rebuild. What about the Leafs? Because they seem to be rebuilding for the last 4 or 5 years, and still nothing. But yet, what is the bigger issue? Because right now, it looks like their defense is more of a liability than their goaltending has recently, giving up 12 goals in 2 games.
You're saying they're rebuilding. Last 3 or 4 years have been rebuilding since the 70s. I think a look at their back end. Their back end's not proven. Their goaltending's not proven. They're just a patchwork kind of team, and their front end's not bad. Like their first 2 lines aren't bad, but right now they lost Lupul. Now they lost Clark for a bit too. So, you know, I don't know. They're a team that, again, how do you keep on losing season after season and not having great draft picks, not having guys coming up from the farm that can step into your lineup and be, do production in the front end and production in the back end.
Kadri looked pretty decent coming in. Like you said, the forward role, Kessel hasn't played well. But what do you do if you're the Leafs in this situation?
Really, I have no idea. Fold, maybe. That's all I could think of.
But the thing is, and same thing in Toronto too, is every time they have a tough game in net or tough game on the back end, Bobby Lou comes up, Roberto Luongo, get him in there. Is he going to be the answer for everything in Toronto? I don't think so.
Pay some money and get some players, I guess. Get rid of some players, change it up.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're going to start listening to Randy Carlyle, or we're going to tune him out eventually. But yeah, there's been a lot of issues, especially with Phaneuf. He hasn't played well at all, or you can say his career for some. Hey, let's talk about PK Subban, another defenseman here. He finally signed last night with the Montreal Canadiens. Good on the Canadiens, I guess, because they didn't really give in to PK's demands, and why should they, considering the way the team has played to start the year. It really put PK at a loss. But where does PK now go? Because if you look at it, is he going to be relevant amongst his teammates and fans after this lengthy holdout?
Pretty much it was either he signed or he sat at home and watched the games. So, I mean,
they weren't going to trade him, right?
No, absolutely not. And I mean, I guess good on him to sign. Maybe it's a little bit of a motivation for him to play these 2 years and sign a big contract, which I think he was looking for, which the Canadiens were not going to give him. So good on him. I mean, he is a good hockey player. I mean, he has had some issues in the past with his attitude, with stuff like that, but I mean, he is a very good D-man.
I think too, he's a leader on that team. A leader both on and off the ice, and it's such a great personality, and he showed that during the lockout, the different jobs that he had. He's a fan favorite. They were chanting his name during the home opener, and now I think they're happy to have him back in the lineup. And I think more than anything, signing a 2-year contract, the better PK plays, the better his contract's going to be come that 3rd year. It's
going to motivate him. It's 2 years for the first year, 3.75 for the next year. Hey, let's talk about a guy whose name has been chanted within his fans. That's Patrick Marleau. What a start for him. First 5 games or so, 9 goals. Not only him, but Joe Thornton. The way he's played, he looks revitalized as well. It looks like the old Joe Thornton that we're used to seeing. Can they keep up this pace at where they're at, especially with a short season? There's not so many ebbs and flows as you would have in an 82-game year. Does San Jose look like a legit contender now?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, it's 2 weeks into the season. It's pretty hard to say. But they're a big physical team. And like I said earlier, when they played against the Oilers, they're down low. You can't get the puck off Marleau. You can't get the puck off Thornton. And when they have the puck, it's hard to get away from them. I think the more they continue to play well, and the thing is, coming into this shortened season, nobody really talked about San Jose as being a contender in the West. And all of a sudden, I think Joe Thornton, Patrick Marleau, and the crew in San Jose have fans thinking that.
Yeah, they're unstoppable, right? I mean, right now they are. Marleau's off to a great start, and I haven't seen him stop yet. I mean, who knows? He could be getting 50 goals in half a season.
And everything is going his way, and I think we haven't seen that in a long time, especially the goal against Vancouver that he had on Sunday. It just went off him and that Karam, and that's how it goes. But you gotta be impressed the way they're both playing at this time, and picking up Scotty Gomez too to add to that third line really makes this team dangerous from not just their top two lines, but their third and their fourth line as well.
And you
Not
look,
quite as deep as maybe St. Louis, but still.
No, not as deep as St. Louis, but more than anything, if you looked at last year, LA wasn't as deep as a lot of teams in that West. LA played a physical game come the playoffs, and they were a team that was hard to really beat when they were cycling down low. And I think San Jose is almost a blueprint of what LA did last year. So San Jose could be a team that could go on a bit of a run here. And you know, it's a shortened 48-game schedule, but if they play like this come 3 months down the road, they could be hard to beat in the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right on that one.
And Niemi, actually looking like the old Niemi from Chicago.
Playing unreal. He's unstoppable as well. I mean, he plays like a 7th round goalie, right? Or not a 7th round, but in the playoffs, right? He's playing like that every game. He's not just kind of, you know, you see players take lapses and stuff, and he's right there. He's ready to go.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to have you guys ready to go for our next segment coming up. But first, we're going to take a commercial break, and we'll have Over Under next.